Okay, let's go through the basics. Don't you worry now, just because you're a simple soldier. You're now in the trusty hands of Captain Panos Karagiannis. On the table in front of you, there is a screen, and through that screen, you can control the cameras outside. Therefore, safety from enemies. Go check them. The small room next to the table is for the map. When the alarm goes beep beep, the small light corresponding to a camera will light up. That's when you should usually check the cameras. The stairs going up lead to the spotlights. There is one spotlight as you go up, and 3 more when you go to the balcony. One straight ahead, one on the left, and one on the right. Test them to see if they work properly. Also, on its floor, you will find a locker. For storage. You can store your stuff there. In fact, they're so big, you could fit a whole soldier in there. Trust me, I know. Alright, soldier. Let me explain the ventilation system to you. The air circulates through a specific path, starting from the roof and making its way down to the basement. On the first floor, there's only one vent that the air passes through. It then travels beneath the stairs and reaches the area near the basement stairs. Finally, it reaches the basement itself. Unfortunately, the ventilation fans are currently not functioning automatically. Instead, they can only be activated and deactivated manually by pressing buttons located near each vent. Your task is to inspect each button of the vents and ensure that the fans are operational. It's important to check every button and make sure the fans are working correctly. Oh, and there's another thing. The vent in the basement is busted, so it won't close. But don't you worry, we got a temporary thingy to close it off. Go on and test it out, near the basement vent. It should do the trick for now. Head down to the basement and check the vent mechanism. Make sure it's functioning properly. Head down to the basement and check the vent mechanism. Make sure it's functioning properly. As you may have noticed, the spotlights and the ventilation system consume a significant amount of power. Important that you manage your power usage effectively so that you don't run out of power during your shift. There are two doors leading outside the cabin. One is next to the basement stairs. The other is opposite from that. You should prefer the door next to the basement. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. You should have a flashlight on you. Try turning it on. As you go out, you'll see the generator room on your left. Go inside and check the fuse box. Usually the cameras trip their fuse. The barracks are opposite of you, and to a sharp left to find the church. Maybe you should light a candle every now and then. You know, for good luck. Take your time to explore and settle in. Every night, about 2 hours. You can either explore comfy in your new home? Well, you better get used to it. You're going to be here for a while. On the right of the VHF radio, there is a monitor. It is connected with the cameras outside. The small room on the right has a sensor device, and whenever it blinks, you better start checking what's happening. The sensor is located a little further away from the view of the camera, so whatever it passes, it will appear in a moment. Check the cameras through the TV monitor for any intruders. Usually, there are just wild animals. Now, pay attention. There were reports about enemy soldiers trying to approach the outpost. On one occasion, our guy heard the nosing sensor alarm, and after a few minutes, he saw a soldier walking in the path towards the outpost. When he saw him approaching the